This is the story of my creepiest ride to date. Believe it or not, it was my first night work. I was crushing it. Ride after ride, going back to back. Before I know it, I look up, it's 3 a.m. and I'm about an hour and a half from home in the boondocks. Not a damn clue where I am. So I figure I'll start making my way home, but might as well leave the app on. Maybe I'll catch another ride on the way. Sure enough, as I'm driving, I got pinged. Follow the GPS. Windy, dark back road. Brings me up a dirt path with a gravel parking lot. I don't know if this is like a dive bar or a barn. It is just the weirdest looking place. Guy comes stumbling out, gets in my car, and we're on our way. This is when it gets weird. I ask him how his night's going. He says it was good. The owner's really cool with that bar. She lets them drink after hours. Then he nonchalantly says, yeah, and then the ghost came out, so we had to leave. Come on, man. But I played along. A ghost? Yeah, there's a ghost that lives upstairs in the attic, and every now and again, if we get too loud, it comes out. What? That's crazy. This guy took that as a cue to give me his own little haunted history tour of the area. To be honest, the whole ghost thing never really spooked me out. People are always freaking out about ghosts, saying that they opened a window or they closed a door. All right. So what? That ain't hurting nobody. The second I hear a story about a ghost grabbing a gun and jacking someone for their keys, phone, and wallet, then I'll be scared. I mean, not only would the cops never be able to catch them, could you imagine driving down the road and seeing that stolen car being driven by an invisible figure? I would freak out. Whoa. Maybe that's how driverless cars work. They're driven by ghosts. So we're driving along in the middle of nowhere in these dark, windy roads in God's country. He's in the backseat babbling on and on about this and that being haunted. When finally, up ahead, we make a turn and there's somewhat a resemblance of a neighborhood. It's really just houses sprinkled far apart along this road. So I realized that up ahead, the road just kind of stops and turns into woods. And that's where the GPS is bringing me. And there's only one house right before that dead end. So I ask him, is that your house? And he says, no. I wasn't about to drive into this wooded dead end. So I asked him, where do you want me to drop you off? I swear to you, he changed the tone of his voice, dropped it low, leaned forward, and says, one time, a driver had to call the cops on me. Nice. So where do you want to get dropped off? I snapped back as quick as possible because I didn't want him to think I was shaken up at all. To which he doubles down on his creepiness and says, turn your lights off and I'll tell you why. Whoa! I jumped out this car like my seat was hot, swung open the back door, my fist up. I was ready to dance. Oh, we gonna tango tonight. And with him still in the back seat and the door open, I was about to reach in to pull him out of my car, and he threw both his hands up saying, no, it's not like that. I don't care what it's like. Get the hell out of my car. So he gets out, and I'm squared up to him, fist clenched. I'm not about to turn my back to him or get back into my car until he's a safe distance away. And that's when he started saying, oh, I just wanted you to turn the lights off because they're shining into my neighbor's house. Sorry, pal, lights aren't going off. Then he explains that the reason the driver had called the cops on him was because he was so drunk that not only did he put the wrong address in, he couldn't remember his actual address. Not to doubt his story, but I have a feeling he was probably being a weirdo on that ride too. This guy was so clueless as to how close I was to coming to blows with him. He thanked me for the ride and reached into his pocket and gave me a couple bucks as a tip. Alcohol is one hell of a drug. It finally sunk in that this guy had no idea how creepy and weird he was being. I don't know where he walked to because when I left, I saw him in the rear view. He was still walking. After that, I just turned the app off and headed straight home. It was a hell of a way to end my first night. I'm Driver Ed. If you liked the video, please subscribe below. And until next time, don't drink and drive. Over and out.